Alright, hello everyone, it's Picky Choco, and in today's video we have some exciting Genshin new news, which is the Baizu anti-leak data and information that may reveal a tons of new facts, which is very interesting, a final take on how Dehya strategically was doomed, and some possible 3.6 news and Primogems. So tons of new news, but before we get into that, I'd just like to say that the Blessings giveaway is about to end in 3 days, so if you still haven't entered that, here's the topmost link in the description. Alright, now that we're done with all of those, let's get into the main thing that you've clicked for. So first we'll talk about the strategic take on Dehya, which will be my final view, and then move on to Baizu so that an important link is created. Now I don't mean to offend any Dehya mains or Dehya wanters, but at this point Dehya has been strategically ruined by Hoyoverse, not just by underscaling power and a lot of factors that could have gone very good, but by further messing up with the placement by putting her in the standard banner for future, right? Now I'm damn sure Hoyoverse saw the survey floating on Reddit or forums where almost 30% of the Genshin community who were excited to summon Dehya have literally cancelled their plans and are doing one of these two things, either summoning Baizu or ultimately waiting for Fontaine or some breakout characters like Allies or Varka. Now did we already know that Dehya will go into the standard banner? Of course not. Hoyoverse had a different plan which will work in a different way, but at this moment a few days ago, the frustration was clearly exhibited by the CN community, who is known to be the backbone where Hoyoverse tends to take a lot of feedback from, and I should say, given the recent things that Hoyoverse has done, it has successfully managed to shift the priority from 3.5 to 3.6 by revealing Baizu and Kaveh to the player base. Now if you remember 3.4, Alhaitham was marketed a little bit late, but right now in my opinion Hoyoverse realized that they had some sort of messed it up with Dehya, so in order to divert the attention as a part of strategy, they sort of introduced Baizu and Kaveh almost 2 to 3 days early than Alhaitham, which has managed to not only keep the spark alive but further boost it up because of these two characters. Now given the situation, what would be the personal suggestion? So if you're a veteran player who's already achieved everything, I believe with good team comps, go for the character that you like, as I assume you already have those W team comps, so no big deal if one unit doesn't satisfy you. Now as for the new players, it's not just me but the uncle suggesting to take a calculative approach, not in terms of endgame because Genshin doesn't have one, but in a way that reduces your overall time and gives you more results in terms of farming, resources, etc., which seems very sensible, as in the future, I'm telling you right now, characters won't be a problem. We'll have bunch of them floating around. The main challenge will be to plan in advance and decide which character you really want to level up the game. So yeah, very excited to see how overall community reacts and starts planning for the future. So now moving on to Baizu anti-leak speculations that are moving wild in the community right now, and number one is Rarity. Not gonna lie, it's literally a battle in the community right now where people are arguing crazily for Baizu being a 5-star or Kaveh being a 5-star, because both characters are visually unique, as Baizu has a snake which will of course act as a dual character, whereas Kaveh has a suitcase which is speculated to perform some awesome function. Now the ones thinking of Kaveh as a 5-star pretty much support this argument with 2 points. Number one being the suitcase, and number two simply because he's Alhaitham's friend who's a 5-star, thus him getting the same treatment. Now the Baizu supporters are sort of uncles, since the theme is close to immortality, which sort of resonates Baizu. And one more point, imagine you're waiting for a character for 2+ years and he comes out as a 4-star. I mean, Dehya has already messed up this situation, so the possibilities of him being a 4-star are very less. Now the second point is occurrence, meaning in which part he will arrive. So most likely speculated to be first because that's what the trend is going on, and secondly it is directly related to rerun. So the third point is reruns. For this patch, if you take a close look at each and every Archon pattern who runs in the 4th patch as a rerun unit, it is most likely that Nahida will be arriving, and in every Archon rerun patch during their first rerun, they are mostly slated for the 2nd half, so the same without a doubt may happen for Baizu. And last point is Primogems, and honestly I don't think there's much to worry about, as 3.5 will get 75, which may be more than enough for most players considering they have won 50-50. So yeah, really excited to see how Baizu turns out. Hopefully they don't mess him up. I mean, after all, I'm hopium. Now moving on to last news, which is about the skins. So as we know, Hoyoverse has started rolling out skins for the 4-star character, and going by the trend, the next online may be Sucrose, and additionally there are countless speculations floating about a possible Zhongli skin. No, not that Archon one, but a possible collab skin like Pizza Hut or something something like that, which I'm not sure about. But the only thing that the community complains about skins is the payment system that is also allowing a Primogem transaction to make things smoother for the F2Ps. But at this point, I honestly will say I'm not expecting certain changes considering the quantities of skins that they produce for characters. Maybe in the future, if they start mass producing for say 4, 5, 6 characters at once, we may see that. As of now, I don't even think of that as a possibility. So yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Just thought of updating y'all about the latest Dihya situation and the complete anti-leak Baizu news that you need to know about, plus the skins and 3.6 info. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news like these, and I keep getting motivated to make videos like these. Just bang the click and like button, and I'll see you all in the next video as there are some interesting news planned out. So until then, stay safe and stay picky.